Madara didn't know what to feel towards his youngest brother. He was family, but Madara still had hazy memories of the day their mother died while giving birth to Naruto. He could still remember her asking him and Izuna, her oldest sons, to look after her remaining child, and Madara had tried to fulfill her wish. He had looked after Yashira and Inabi in life and war, but he was not there for Naruto. Maybe it was how similar he looked to their mother or how innocent he was compared to their hard-hearted clan. Madara didn't know how to interact with the boy. He didn't want to be cruel to him like Yashira and Inabi, but he was not much enthusiastic to be close either. But one thing was sure, Naruto was an Uchiha and his brother, and Madara would protect them from any harm. He just didn't know how to talk with this child. He was not Izuna. With a sigh, he decided to do what he was told. Izuna, his second brother, turned towards him in surprise as Madara entered the ramen stand. Naruto paled and instantly buried his head in his half-empty ramen bowl. Madara let him be. "Come join us," invited Izuna with a smile. "Father wants you to accompany him to a meeting with the elders," informed Madara. "Okay, just let me drop Nara home." And Madara shook his head. "Now, and don't argue because you you cannot. Go, I'll take him home," offered Madara, and saw Izuna was not comfortable with the idea. But when father said something, you do it without any question. Izuna nodded. Madara could see Naruto wanted to bolt as well, but Izuna whispered something to him that made the boy nod. Before leaving, the second son of Tajima turned towards his eldest. "Try to talk with him, Madara. He is our brother," suggested Izuna kindly. "Izuna, Takashi died 2 days ago on a mission. He was just 6, brother." "What is your point?" asked Madara sharply. "Life is too short for regrets." Madara was stunned and stood still even as his brother left. Izuna sometimes said things like that, and it showed his true intellect beyond his age. It made the eldest son of Tajima look at his younger sibling for a long moment. With another sigh, Madara grabbed a seat beside the boy. Despite having the age difference of barely 3 years, Madara felt as if they were ages apart. The two of them were so different. Still, he had to try for Izuna's sake at least. "Heard you got injured during training," asked Madara in a calm manner. "Yes, just a little." Madara flinched at hearing the fear in the boy's voice. Had he terrified the boy that much? "How goes your shuriken training?" asked Madara, and this time the boy beamed. "Very good. I can hit 3 targets in the center at once," replied Naruto excitedly. Madara grinned a little. Maybe his brother had some hope after all. "Would you like to show me when we reach home? I'm free for the rest of the day," suggested Madara. He could see the boy was nervous and decided to make him feel a little relaxed. "If you prove what you say, I'll teach you a jutsu." Madara paled on seeing the hungry look that arrived in Naruto's excited face. He wanted to learn from his eldest brother, whom people called a prodigy, had yearned for it for so long that it made Madara sad. "I'll do it. Then you'll teach me a cool jutsu?" asked the boy. "Yes." Before he could say anything, Naruto slammed the money for the food Izuna had left on the counter and dashed out. Madara banged his head against the table. How could he forget that little rascal liked to run a lot at every chance? He ran after his brother. Madara was impressed. Never had he imagined his youngest brother to have such skill. Naruto had always struggled with ninjutsu, which was shameful for an Uchiha, but the boy had another dangerous skill. He was skilled in kenjutsu. The way he held his tanto, his firm yet flexible stance, his excellent speed, and the way he made his weapon dance in the air. The fact that he was making Madara put real effort into the fight was a testimony of his skill. His little brother unleashed 3 shuriken from his pouch and threw them at Madara. The elder brother easily deflected the attacks and saw his sibling use the precious seconds to get close. Madara anticipated a fast strike, but what happened next surprised him even more. His brother tried to sweep his legs. Madara jumped quickly in the air and brought his tanto downwards, eliciting eliciting a sharp sound as Naruto parried it with his own Tanto. Madara launched a kick towards his opponent's chest, which the boy evaded at the last second. He was not given any respite as Madara unleashed a dozen shuriken towards him. Naruto in turn grabbed the similar weapons, jumped in the air, and countered the attack by making every shuriken of his clash against his brother. Flipping in the air, he aimed a pointed downward slash of his Tanto towards the surprised Madara, only to receive a reverse kick that sent him crashing across the ground and spit blood. He tried to rise back on his feet to show his brother that he was not done yet, but his chest hurt. "You did good." Naruto smiled at the rare praise he received from his elder brother. He even helped him get back on his feet and fulfilled his promise by showing him a jutsu that complemented his skill. "You're good with weapons. Your accuracy is good. So let me teach you how to make your shuriken attack more deadly and longer in range," explained Madara. Naruto nodded dutifully. Madara showed him the hand seals, which were a set of 3 signs which Naruto learned quickly. Next, Madara advised him regarding the amount of chakra he had to use to make his attacks more deadly. All sons of Chajima had already been taught chakra control exercises in hopes of making them true warriors at early age, and it was proving useful now. Naruto threw his single shuriken, followed by performing the hand seals Madara had shown him, while also infusing some chakra. He was surprised when his single shuriken turned into 7 more replicas and struck more targets. "Good. Make your hand signs faster. On the battlefield, a delay of even a second could cost you your life," warned Madara. "Yes, older brother." Madara nodded and turned around to walk away, not that his job was done when Naruto's words struck him. "You do care about me." If not for his self-control, Madara didn't know what he would have done on hearing those words, so he chose a standard reply. "You're my brother. As your elder sibling, it is my duty to protect you." Naruto smiled at him happily. Madara couldn't understand why this boy was so happy. All he had done for him was teach him a simple jutsu, which anyone else could have done as well. But the way Naruto was smiling showed as he was given a mountain full of gold. The boy was strange. He was distracted from his thought when he saw Izuna enter the compound and storm towards his room. He looked furious. "Naruto, go get some rest in your room," commanded Madara. "But now." The boy huffed, earning a raised eyebrow from Madara. 2 seconds later, Naruto instantly ran towards his room, earning a faint smile from Madara. Maybe Izuna was not so wrong about him. Still, he decided to let Izuna fume. When his second brother was angry, it was best to leave him alone, and Madara had a feeling as to who could have made him so. Yet, he couldn't help but wonder why Izuna was so mad. A week later, Madara found his answer as he stood on the battlefield alongside a large number of his clansmen, all his brothers. Tajima stood at the front of 300-strong Uchiha force ready to face their sworn enemies. In front of him was the great Tama River, a key strategic water source that was the lifeline of several nearby villages, one which had been controlled by the Senju for more than a century now, soon to be in the possession of the Uchiha. Losing this river would harm the Senju's interest greatly and secure a key victory for the Uchihas, which would get more contracts from the wealthy feudal lords who had been recently flocking to the Senjus more. He stared at his sons, all of whom were going to participate in the battle. Madara was composed and ready as he always was. Yashiro and Inabi were eager to fight in order to kill their sworn enemies. Izuna was furious. The second son of Tajima, instead of standing beside his father, was standing protectively around his youngest brother. Naruto's face was a mixture of apprehension, fear, and excitement. He was a child of 5, and normally it would be a few months before he joined his brothers in this endless conflict. But Tajima had seen Naruto struggle with ninjutsu, and doubted his son could learn the fireball jutsu before his rite of passage came. If he failed, it would dishonor the family amidst their clan. So Tajima had brought him here in hopes of making the green boy see what the dangers awaited him and how he had to mend his way to be a better Uchiha like his brothers were. If Naruto performed well, then their clan members might just ignore his lack of prowess in ninjutsu, and if he died, then at least he would die with honor and a tanto in hand. He would be a true Uchiha. Izuna had been fierce with him and argued every day to revoke his decision, but Tajima had made his choice. His youngest son would either become a true Uchiha or die as one on the battlefield. Naruto, the nervous boy who had been biting his lip in silent anticipation, looked up at his favorite brother and saw him smile reassuringly. Stick them with the pointy end. Naruto smiled and nodded as he gripped his short tanto firmly into his little hands. Soon enough, he heard the war horns blowing across the other side of the river and saw movement inside the woods there. And that's the cliffhanger I'm going to leave it on. I hope you've all enjoyed this. Smash that like button. When we get 500 parts, I'll upload the next part. Comment Q, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you have a great day. Roll the outro. 1, 2, 3